Hello, love. I've just dropped some things over at Jackie Corkill's for the hospital fete. Do you know if your mum sorted anything out for her?
No, I'm not sure.
You look like you're in a world of your own. What's up with you?
Nothing. Nan, come in.
Got a certain someone on your mind, have you?
No.
Hey, your new boyfriend couldn't have damaged Ryan Musgrove's car. There'd be a mark on his if he had.
Well, that's because it wasn't him, and Nan, he's not my boyfriend.
Oh, pardon me for breathing. He's really a nice lad, though, is he, this Jerome?
Yeah.
Transport Division reporting for Operation Hospital Fate.
Thanks, Sinbad. You know, I don't know what I would have done without you.
Ah, well, that hospital was good to our Ruth when she was in there, so...
I know, William. Right, now that's nearly all the stuff I've collected. We'll start bringing the cakes out once that's loaded. Oh, and Susanna's promised me some stuff as well. I'll have to go and get that.
Well, that's all right. I mean, you carry on. I'll shoot back over once we've loaded all this.
Cheers, Sinbad. You know you're an angel. What's the matter with you? Your face is tripping you?
Nothing.
Well, get a move on then.
I thought that heap of junk was knackered. Are you sure it's going to get us there?
Hey, it's been fixed. And watch your mouth, you, otherwise you won't be getting the lift.
Well, that suits me. I can think of better things to do than going to some stupid fair.
Me too. Like reading the Sunday papers in bed.
Then I could be working on my Millennium project, you know that?
Ah, what a shame. All sounds fascinating, that.
All right, funny ollies. And anyway, what exactly are you supposed to be doing?
Well, not sure.
How come?
Because Mr. Moore roped us into it.
And he just hasn't told us yet.
Ah, well, I'll tell you something. I bet he'll be getting his own back on you two.
Oh, don't talk wet.
I'm telling you, these charity do-gooders, they love making fools of themselves in front of other people, all in the name of a good cause. I reckon you'll have something really bad lined up for you two, this Abby.
Nah.
But don't blame me if you two end up like a right pair of clowns.
Hi.
Yeah, I need to talk to you about the club.
Katrina's in.
Just for a minute.
Katrina, could you put Emma in a playpen for me?
Okay.
I really don't think it's a good idea, you calling around here all the time.
No, but now I'm working at the club. I've got a perfectly good excuse to call over.
Well, I don't see you calling round on Lindsay every 5 minutes.
I know, but if I don't come here, we'll hardly see each other.
Oh, of course we will.
We won't be seeing each other for a whole week soon. I've just booked a holiday for me and Margie. The girl in the travel agents wondered why I wasn't enthusiastic. All I could think about was how much I'm going to miss you.
A holiday is just what you need.
I'll probably spend the whole time thinking about you, wondering when I'll get a chance to phone. So, I'll get round to the club and see how the fitters are getting on later.
Hiya.
Hiya, love. Right, I might see you over there then.
OK.
I'll let myself out.
Bye.
See ya.
See ya.
Aye. Coming and going as you please now, eh?
You what?
Sorting the pipes out.
What are you trying to say?
Nothing, just having a joke, you know.
Yeah, well, don't. Jokes like that have a habit of turning into stupid rumours.
All right, sorry.
Yeah, well, just mind your own business.
I wish you'd tell me what's bothering you, Nicky, love.
Oh, it's nothing, Nan. I'm OK. Stop worrying. See you later.
Yeah. Bye, Queen.
All right, Mother.
Jackie? Oh, great, love. Thank you, Mum, won't you?
OK, tonight.
Sure.
These are the last ones.
Oh, it's all love.
Ah, brother Timothy.
Oh, yes, cakes.
Hey, hands off you, Ming. They're for the Aussie.
I'll go ahead, just one.
Hey!
So what's going on with the Aussie?
Oh, it's some sort of fate. You know that weirdo who used to be our lodger? Well, he's only gone and conned me and Sinbad into helping out.
Hey there, boss, then.
Hey, get off! Greedy.
We might see you there.
Yeah, all right.
Hey, get your own. Look, calm down. We'll be able to buy loads with the money we make. What money? You'll see.
I know it's Sunday, but this place isn't even finished. I want to know why there's no one here even working on it.
emergency? Well, this had better not delay our opening, otherwise we'd be holding you responsible.
If you let them both sleep, because neither of them settled last night. Have you seen my briefcase?
I haven't, no. Coffee?
Yeah, go on.
Do you want Susanna?
Oh, no, thanks. I should be at the club by now.
So, what went on with that Jerome yesterday? You were dead quiet after he called round.
I'll tell you in a minute.
Well, be careful with those cakes. When you see the cake stall over there, just take them over. Just watch them when
Oh, hiya, Sandra. Are you okay?
Yes, thanks. Yeah. You know Jimmy, my husband, don't you?
Hiya,
And
Jim.
this is Sinbad. And that's Tim over there, you know, with the cakes. They've agreed to help.
Well, it's good to see you all. We're always grateful when people muck in. I've been busy, Jackie.
Good morning, one and all. Everything running smoothly?
Yes, thanks.
Oh, yeah, Jackie's got it all well under control. We could do with a lot more volunteers like her, couldn't we?
We certainly could. Good organisational skills are a rare and precious commodity, Miss Eastwood. It looks like Mrs. Corkle's got them in abundance.
Oh, thanks.
Oh, glad to see you both made it. I've got something very special arranged for you two later. Something I've been looking forward to for quite a while now. Right, must press on, check if everything else is on schedule. Keep up the good work.
Hey, what do you think it is?
Who knows?
Well, I'll tell you something. I wouldn't want to be in your shoes.
Well, they just left it like this. Pull the workers out onto another job, said it was an emergency.
There will be an emergency if they don't hurry up and get it finished.
Well, they're usually a reliable company. They've got a good reputation in the business.
Oh, I just don't understand it. I think I'll try the boss again.
Listen, my mum's onto us again. She blanked me before when I came out to yours.
Oh, that's just what we need.
There's something else. Sinbad was joking about me and you, making suggestions.
Brilliant.
From now on, I'll keep away from yours. We'll just have to see each other here.
Well, I don't think that's such a good idea, not after what happened the other day.
We've got to see each other somewhere.
Maybe this holiday of yours has come just at the right time.
Not for me, it hasn't.
He wanted to lie to the police for him.
No, well, only if they call round asking questions about the crash.
So if they ask whether you smashed into Ryan's car, you're just going to deny it?
Well, yeah, I suppose so. I mean, what else am I supposed to do? There's no way I'm doing one of them Musgroves a favour.
I think you're mad.
Won't even come to that. Hopefully it'll all just blow over. I mean, no one saw the accident, so it's just Ryan's word against ours.
Are you sure no one saw anything?
It's amazing, considering how nosy they are around here. The close was just deserted, so we just got off before anyone could come out.
Listen to you. You sound like you're in a getaway car or something. Do you really want to hang around with someone who gets you involved in that kind of thing?
You're starting to sound just like our Jason. He won't give him a chance either.
Because he's bad news. He doesn't deserve your support.
Why? Because he's black?
Oh, don't start that.
Well, I reckon that's the real reason Jason's so against him.
I just don't like him either. Does that make me a racist?
Depends what your reasons are.
They're the same as Jason's. We don't trust Jerome. Who knows what else he can get you involved in? Look, I know Jason overreacts sometimes, but he acts like the way he is because he's worried about you.
He's more worried about what other people will think about his sister going round with a black lad.
With a scally, you mean? Or are you ignoring what Jerome really is because he's black?
Of course not.
Oh, this card is lovely. I think I'll have it for my niece. She's just had a little go.
Oh, hey, that's not very fair. You getting the pick of all the stalls before the fates even start.
Call it organisers' perk. How much?
£3, please.
Your first sale, eh? Yeah. There you go. Oh, you are the cashier, aren't you?
Suppose I'll have to be now, won't I?
He thinks he's above all this because he's a school teacher.
Maybe we could find you something more interesting to do.
Oh, aye? Like what?
Well, we should be using your talents. You could organise a drawing competition or something.
Oh, yeah. Great.
Yeah, I'll give you a shout later. I better go and make sure everything's ready for the grand opening. Oh, and thanks again for all the effort you've put in. You've done a brilliant job. Oh. In fact, I think I'll be chasing you to help us out again.
Oh, I don't mind.
Really? Because the Hospital Friends Society are always after volunteers, and we really need people like you. But I'll catch you later and tell you all about it. Ta-ra.
Ta-ra. The Hospital Friends Society. Sounds dead refined, doesn't it?
So the summer must be a bit dull for you, Mr. Moore, with the footy season being over and Wrexham not playing, like?
No, not at all. I'm a keen Wolves supporter.
They don't play in the summer either.
Oh, no, Warrington Wolves.
Rugby league.
It's a very exciting game. It's getting very popular, too. I always used to follow Warrington when I was younger. Well, when I fell for the Robins, I sort of lost interest. I couldn't devote my time to both. But you see, now the Super League started up in the summer, well, I've taken an interest again.
Oh, really?
The only problem is, it sometimes clashes with band rehearsals.
You're in a band?
Oh, yes. Yeah, we've got a gig here later on. You'll have to come over and watch, eh?
Well, me kicking off hasn't had much effect, has it?
Maybe the boss is out on a job somewhere.
I bet you if it was Barry Grant trying to get in touch about unfinished business, he'd soon get back in touch.
Well, let's just wait and see.
Or if Jackie was here, she would have got further than me, probably.
Stop giving yourself such a hard time. We should have got used to the delays with this place. It's become a way of life.
Yeah, but since all this Finnegan business was finished, things have gone virtually to plan.
What's the matter?
What if it is the Finnegans?
I thought all that had been sorted out.
So did I.
Give us a bunk. Ah, my head. All right.
Did Susanna ever mention what happened between her and me nan?
No, why?
She just said she was giving Susanna loads when she was over at ours this morning.
Well, I know what she'd be like to work for. You've seen me come that close to packing this job in because of her moods.
Yeah. But me nan's usually dead laid back. It's not like he.
I bet you haven't told your nan about your own wanting you to lie for him.
Do you think?
He shouldn't be here, you know.
What are you selling?
Hey, what are you used to do?
Selling our stuff.
Did you ask first?
Nah, we just bumped in.
Well, you can't. It's supposed to be for charity, you know, for little kids.
Well, we'll make a donation. Yeah, kids, go for them. They're mystical stones.
Just get turfed out, you know.
Not doing any harm. Anyway, they should be made up with us. I bet they haven't got another sacred item still.
Who's going to be interested in all this rubbish?
Enjoying yourselves?
Are you a fireman now?
Oh, no, Timothy. The Salvation Army.
Oh, so that's your band.
Assistant percussionist. What have we here? I don't remember a sacred item stall on the list of applications for stall permits.
That's because we're from a breakaway sect of Druids. We don't believe in bureaucracy.
Really? Well, as long as you're donating all your takings to the hospital, I suppose there's no real need to inform the relevant authorities.
Well, we've only just got here. I mean, we haven't sold anything yet.
When you do, just pop the money in here. Eh? I'll come back and collect it later on. And I'd be interested to hear more about your sect.
Good to see you doing your bit for charity, lads.
The band are just setting up in the large marquee. Why don't you come over and say hello? I know they'll be delighted to meet you both, especially after your kind donation. You, remember this?
Yes, sir.
We can pop it on the tombola stall on the way over.
Yeah, I'll follow you over. I mean, I've just got to use the bog.
Oh, well, don't be long. Right.
Rose?
I got your message. You sounded so frantic, I thought I'd better come around and see you in person.
Can you blame me? What's going on? Are you behind all these delays?
No, we're not.
Well, I'm going to trust you on that. I mean, it wouldn't be the first time your charm and family's tried to sabotage our business.
It's not us this time. Honestly.
And what about Callum? You sure it's not him either?
Positive. That's why I came. I knew I'd have to reassure you in person. So, are you going to invite me in, or would you like me to go home now?
They're a great bunch, aren't they?
Yeah, yeah.
You should hear our Rock of Ages. It really does rock.
Bad news. Mr. Salty's gone to casualty. He's put his back out on the punch ball.
That man is a martyr to his back.
But what are we going to do?
Well, we'll need to find someone to stand in.
Well, I've got the costume.
Hang on.
So all you need is a volunteer, yeah?
Desperately.
I'm afraid you can't do it, Mr. Sweeney. Oh, no, you and Timothy are already spoken for.
No, not me. Come on.
I swear, this latest hold-up has got nothing to do with us. There's no need for us to interfere. As far as I'm concerned, our agreement still stands. You've got until the 1st of December to repay the money. Until then, no one connected to us goes anywhere near your club.
Right.
It sounds like you've either hired a useless company or they're trying to pull a fast one.
Sounds like I'll have to have a proper meeting with these fitters then.
You show them who's boss, Lindsay. Looks like you're busy here too.
Oh, this place is a mess.
Have you decided on how you're going to get it done?
No, I haven't made my mind up yet.
I know this great interior designer. I'm sure she could help you out.
I don't think I'd need someone like that for a place this size. It's not exactly like yours, is it?
So what? I bet Shelley could work wonders with this room.
Do you reckon?
Oh, yeah. She can totally transform a house. You should see some of her work. I'll have to get the two of you together sometime.
So, come on, are you up for it or what?
Well, you still haven't said what it is yet.
It's working with kids.
Yeah, you know, in a sort of role-playing, traditional role-playing capacity.
Yeah, well, doing what exactly?
Well, it's like a living history lesson, you know.
Oh, aye.
You'll enjoy it, and you'd really be helping us out.
And you'll be making all them little kids happy.
Oh, they'd be dead disappointed if we can't get someone to do it.
It's better than selling babies' cardies.
Hey, I heard that.
Come on. And you'll be making all them sick kids happy. Just think of that.
Go on, then, I'll do it.
Brilliant. Thanks.
I'll help you into your costume.
Costume?
Oh, didn't I tell you there's a costume? Yeah. So what we're going to do...
So glad we got someone to fill in.
What is this exactly you want him to do?
I think you better wait and see, darling. Jackie, you are doing brilliantly.
Well, all my cakes have gone and most of me missing.
You know what I was saying about being a hospital volunteer? Would you be interested?
Oh, I don't know, love. I mean, working behind a counter's one thing, but helping out in the hospital...
You'll be perfectly suited. Look, I better go and let Jimmy's audience know that he's on his way. But think about being a volunteer. You'd really enjoy it.
Hi, everything okay?
Yeah, fine.
Hello, beautiful.
Lindsay phone said your phone back on.
Oh, right.
Hiya, Nan.
Hiya. Any chance of us having a chat?
Yes, of course.
I'll take you to the park if you like.
Go in. I'll follow you through. Harry.
It's not funny.
Oh, hey. Yeah, go for that.
Oh, ha, ha.
I don't know what you're worried about. If we were in Europe, this would be considered a very prestigious job, you know, full of tradition.
What's that, mate? Would you know something? You are full
Just
of...
get out there and entertain the kids.
I'll get you for this, I'm telling you.
My mum was right. She always said I was married to a clown.
I won't beat about the bush. I'm here to ask you to stop seeing Greg.
Look, it's already over.
Please don't insult me. I know it's back on. That's if it ever stopped in the first place. And I think you better hear me out.
I'll send them away.
If that's Loverboy, I don't want him involved. I just want this sorted out between us two.
I just thought I'd come and tell you. Look, I'm sorry, but I'm a bit tied up at the moment.
Oh, it's just that I spoke to Rose Finnegan and the delays are nothing to do with them.
Oh, well, that's good.
Right, I'll leave you to it then.
Everything all right?
I can't talk now. I'll be in touch.
An intriguing theory, gentlemen. And quite observant, too. It's a great interest of mine, the millennium.
Ours too.
Particularly the proliferation of cults that are setting up as we approach it. Of course, the millennium is of no real interest to conventional druids. No. They're far more interested in the up-and-coming eclipse. 11 minutes past 11, on the 11th of August. Fascinating, eh?
We're more unorthodox Druids.
Yeah, you could say that again.
Of course, the point most people seem to be missing is that the whole thing is part of the biggest cult of them all. Well, Christianity. It is, after all, Jesus Christ's birthday we're supposed to be celebrating.
Oh, are you? So, do you want one of our t-shirts then? It's only a £5.
Oh, go on then.
Sound?
Do you want to put it in the box or shall I?
You can.
Well, I must say I've enjoyed our little chat. It's so good to meet some like-minded people. Hopefully we'll get a chance to talk again sometime. Oh, Timothy. Nearly time for yours and Mr. Sweeney's big moment. You better follow me.
What a waste of time.
What do you take me for? An idiot? I know that you and that stupid son of mine are still at it. What's he playing at? Buying you and his wife the same negligee?
Look, you'll have to take that up with Greg. I'm not responsible for his actions.
And what about your own? You're a grown woman and you're acting like a teenager. But can't you see the harm you're doing? I mean, if it's not bad enough having an affair with a neighbour, you have to carry it on right under the nose of his future daughter-in-law.
We know the risks, and we're doing our utmost to make sure that Katrina and everybody else doesn't find out.
Yes? Well, it wasn't too hard for me to catch you out. Twice.
Well, I'm sorry about that, but I'm sure we can rely on you not to mention it. After all, you've got too much to lose if this becomes public.
I am not a vengeful man, but you both did upset me, breaking into my room like you did when I was a guest in your house. Well, I think this just about makes up for that unfortunate incident, and it is all in a good cause.
There you go, Mr. Moore. I'll have the first 20 goals.
My pleasure.
Oh, no, no, no. It's gonna be mine.
Oh, no! No! Mercy! Not that hard!
Is there nothing I can say to make you put an end to this?
Certainly not with hollow threats.
We both know full well that I could never tell Margie. Their marriage would be at an end. Maybe you could live with that on your conscience, but I couldn't.
But there's no need for that to happen. Sooner or later, all this will fizzle out and Greg and Margie can carry on without her ever finding out.
Well, you might be able to say that, but what about Greg? Are you sure he sees this as something that'll fizzle out? Because I know my son, and he'd never get involved in anything like this unless it was serious.
Well, I'm afraid I can only speak for myself.
But you could finish it. Tell me what I have to do to convince you to do it. Do you want me to go down on my knees and beg you?
Oh, Jessie!
Because I will if it'll help keep my family together.
Don't!
And put an end to it, please. I'm begging you with all my heart. Please don't ruin all our lives. Do the right thing. For your sake as well as ours.
I don't know.
Oh, come on, it's the only chance we've got.
5 minutes ago, you were all relaxed and happy.
It's just a club.
What? You threatened him? Well, he deserved it. He's a creep.
So do you think there's a future for you two?
She does really like Nathan, you know. Maybe she does, but I wish she'd never turned up here.
Tomorrow's Brookside Omnibus is at the later time of 8:35. Now it's Friday night fun next as Russ has to break some bad news to Rachel. That's Friends on 4.
Yeah? No, it's just for tonight. A double room. Yeah, I'll hold. S-H-A-D-W-I-C-K. Yeah. Mr. and Mrs. Shadwick. Right, cheers.
So she stayed in their place last night, then? Yeah. They had an eighth crashed in with the cases about 3:30 this morning, then went to his. Holiday must have been a success then, if she's still, you know. Yeah, worse luck. Thought she might have drowned him in the Red Sea.
I can see you're busy, Rachel. Might as well get me dinner.
Yeah, OK. Hiya.
For a romantic lunch for two.
Is Jackie in the office? No, she's not in yet.
Oh, well, I thought she was back from her holidays today.
She's still asleep. She didn't get back till all hours. Can I help?
No. No, it's club business. Just tell her I need to speak to her.
Snotty cow. Who does she think she is? She thinks she's my boss whenever she comes in here. Well, that's what she thinks. Do you reckon I should give Jackie a ring upstairs? No, she needs to sleep. Anyway, wouldn't mind Cuddington's holiday lasting a bit longer. Means I can have a nice longer lunch hour. Hey, you don't have to work for them.
Yeah, but they're supposed to be fitting me club out and there's no one even on site. Can I speak to Alec George, please? Yeah, well, I'm busy and all. I've got no time to be chasing up contractors who aren't even sticking to the contract. Yeah, well, that's just not good enough.
Hiya. Hey, love, guess what? I've just had Sandra on the phone. We raised over £1,000 at the Face, and my stall was one of the most successful.
All right, a bigger hit than Corky the Clown, eh?
Yeah, but we're well on target, you know, for the CT scanner by the end of the year.
Right.
And do you know what else she said?
Look, Mum, sorry, I haven't got time to chat. Can you tell us after?
Oh, yeah. What's so important?
Just business.
Trying to call you all morning.
Listen, we'll have to make this quick. I booked us a hotel room for tonight.
Tonight?
Yeah, well, Margie phoned down, Nikki. She's stuck in Sheffield. She's been roped into some reception at the town hall.
Well, it's too short notice. I have to work and...
You said once Jackie came back from holidays, it'd be easier. And now she's back.
Oh, Greg, I don't know.
Oh, come on, it's the only chance we've got. Me and Margie are off on holiday tomorrow. I need to see you. I want to spend some time with you. Come on, it's all booked. And Margie won't be back till really late.
Well, I'm not sure after your mother's little visit on Friday.
I told you to ignore that. She had no right lecturing you.
Well, at least she said she wouldn't tell Margie. But why'd be so stupid as to call round when Nikki and Katrina are there?
Yeah. Oh, Nikki was asking why she went round to see you.
Well, did she say anything?
No, don't worry. She wasn't giving anything away. You still haven't told me what she said.
Oh, just the usual. Apart from informing me I wasn't the only one to receive a negligee.
Yeah, well, I explained about that.
I was so embarrassed.
What was I supposed to do when she'd found the one I'd bought for you?
Well, she shouldn't have seen it in the first place. Greg, we need to be more discreet.
We can be as discreet as you like in this hotel tonight.
Oh, I'd love to. But how can you explain being away?
Are you sure my mother hasn't got to you? You're not blowing cold on me, are you?
No, of course not. But we do need to consider these things, Greg.
Just leave that to me. We can't miss this chance, Susanna. Please sort something out.
I'll try. I can't make any promises.
Oh, any messages for me?
Your brother wants you to call him.
Oh, scrub, his lordship can wait.
Otherwise, they're all for me.
Miss in demand, eh?
17 messages, and they're all from Mark.
Lonely late-night declarations of love, by any chance?
At first, yeah, drunk, maudlin stuff. But now he wants to talk about the house and the money and all that.
Well, that sounds promising, don't you think? Coming to some kind of acceptance of his position.
Fingers crossed. I just can't face talking to him just now. Neith, why didn't you wake me up?
Well, you look so peaceful, like an innocent, your hair spread across the pillow. A vision of beauty.
Yeah, well, we're home now, and I've got to go and check up on the bar.
Oh, why don't we all go?
I want you two going into work today.
Oh, did you have to mention that?
No, not till tomorrow. I'm knackered after the flight.
Sorry, chum. Hole's over, but don't take the hump. Right, food. Where's Doc?
Taking Pam home.
Oh, yes, of course. OK. Sorry, that's all I can manage, unless you fancy mouldy goat's cheese on cardboard.
Oh, hey, he's a treasure in the kitchen, isn't he, Vic? Yeah, little gem.
Excuse, love.
Can you come back late tonight and do that?
Sorry, can't tonight. I'm a bit busy.
Is Jackie in? She's not at the club.
As far as we know, she's still in bed.
Oh, still in bed, Jackie?
Well, she didn't get back till late last night.
Oh, well, I need to speak to her as soon as possible. Is it all right if I go up?
Well, she's not in her own flat.
Oh, well, right. When she surfaces, could you tell her I need to speak to her urgently? You don't know if she's got any plans for tonight, do you?
Well, I haven't had a chance to speak to her yet.
Oh, right. Of course, bye.
She's almost as bad as the other one. I don't know how they manage without Jackie. If you'd ask me, the pair of them are hopeless.
Thought she used to own her own restaurant. She can't be that bad.
Well, she owned it, but Max ran it. As far as I can remember, she never did a tap.
Yeah, right. Yeah, go on.
Yes.
Huh?
OK, I'll tell him.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Yes, OK. Bye.
Hi, I'm the new area rep for new form floor coverings. Do you think Mr. George could spare a few moments to see me, please?
I'm sorry, he doesn't want to be disturbed.
That's all right, Cheryl. If you'd like to come in, I'll just finish me call.
I don't think Doc slept with her after the first couple of nights.
Oh, yeah, they were in the same room.
Yeah, she was probably lecturing him on Arab history. I could have topped myself on that trip into the desert. I mean, how much longer can you talk about the flight of Mohammed to Medina?
Oh, I thought it was interesting.
Don't be so nice, Jackie. It was boring. She was boring. He normally picks fun types, not eggheads.
Oh, she was okay.
She was awful. You know, I'd put her at least 2 points below that Jilly character. Do you remember her on that Gullet cruise in Turkey? She had a magic potion for every occasion, and I mean every occasion.
He spent most of the trip hanging over the side seasick.
Yeah, and her ministrations just made me worse. God, what a witch.
She was into aromatherapy.
She was a witch, but not as bad as Egghead Pammy.
Oh, you're horrible, you. He's always like this over Darren and his women. Everything has to be analysed. Every tiny bit of evidence has to be sifted. You're a malicious gossip, Cuddington.
Well, I always get the truth out of him in the end.
Oh, yeah, how?
Because he likes to tell me. I think he gets a kick out of it.
Because you cross-examine him for the gory details, more like.
Oh, no, Dr. Robert likes to confess, so be warned.
Warned?
I mean, well, don't confide in him too much because, oh, I'm waffling. My head's still at 30,000 feet. Forget it. Let's get out of here.
OK. Leave it to me, Roy. Yeah, next week without fail. Yeah, promise, mate. Ta-ra.
Got to keep the customers wrong-footed in this game.
How do you mean?
Well, wages cost a lot, love, you know. Got to keep my fellas spread about, keep as many jobs covered as I can. Can't do that without telling a few porkies, can I?
So you admit it then?
What?
You admit you give your clients the run around, telling them lies.
What is this?
My name's Lindsay Corkill, and I'm part owner of the Millennium Club and Manor Park, and I don't like being fobbed off. And you've just proved to me that your promises aren't worth this.
How dare you come in here? I deal direct with Jackie Dixon.
And you invited me, remember? And I'm in partnership with Jackie Dixon. I don't like you telling us lies.
Get out, you hard-faced little mare.
Not till I get a guarantee you're back to full strength and our fitting job first thing tomorrow. I want the club opened on time, and I don't want you mucking me about, OK? So the job gets done on time, on budget, or you...
Or what? No brass-faced little cow like you was going to come in here threatening me. Go on your bike.
Don't. Just look out the window.
What?
Look.
If they touch my car...
It's not your car they'll be touching.
Are you for real?
As real as it gets.
I'll see what I can do.
No, not good enough.
All right. They'll be there.
Good.
Hiya. Before you say it, I'm going.
No rush, Miss Rogers. I was just about to do what they used to do on school speech days. Well, Vic's doing it, so I declare a half-day holiday myself.
I'll drink to that.
You two would have paid us skivers. Just let me know as well.
Sorry, Katie, but how about an extra hour for lunch?
Go for it, Casey. Thanks. Your hairstyle might have changed, but nothing else has.
The usual, 3 bottles of lager, please.
Oh, no, not for me, thanks. I'll just have orange juice.
Hey, this holiday extension includes you too.
I can't. I've got this place and the club to open in 2 weeks. Oh, go on, Jack. One afternoon won't make any difference.
Exactly.
Just go and sit down. I need a quick way to reach.
Keep the change.
Thanks. Lindsay and Susanna have both been looking for you.
Oh, what for?
And I've had a call from the contractor for the club. Can you ring him?
Did he say what he wanted?
No, but he sounded a bit snotty.
Can I napkin, please?
Yeah.
Thanks. Orders from my fellow Skyver. He says don't get sucked back into work. Look, I'll catch you later. Do you fancy coming to have a drink with us?
No, Tom.
Well, I'll speak to you later. Oh.
I think she's really into him, don't you?
So, Dan's finished with Pam then?
They all get binned along with his return ticket.
Especially if they read history books on the beach.
Oh, I thought she was really nice.
Well, don't worry, you'll see her again.
When? In the holiday snaps.
Then he'll start the auditions for the next trip. Roll on the next trip. Back to the Scallies and the Copper Merchants tomorrow. Reality with a capital R. Can barely wait.
Oh, Rach, can you get this lot the same again, please, but nothing for me?
Yeah, sure. You won't forget to ring the builder, will you?
In a minute.
Jackie, can I have a word?
Yeah, sure. Anything wrong?
No, nothing. I wondered if you could cover for me tonight at the shelf.
God, I've only just got back. You haven't even asked me how my holiday went.
Oh, of course. How was it?
Well, it was brilliant. I didn't expect to be covering for you the minute that I got back.
Oh, I wouldn't ask, but I've been so busy. I've had hardly any free time. I'm desperate to spend some with the children.
Well, can't it wait a day or two?
Well, I was going to take them over to Lisa's tonight. You know, she's tied up for the next week or two. Oh, I know it's a terrible imposition. All last minute. Oh, could you?
Yeah, go on then. Leave the shelf to me.
Oh, Jackie, thank you.
See you later. So, I've just missed him, have I? Well, I need him to ring me as soon as he gets back.
Wow, you two seem to have clicked.
Well, I like her. She fitted in, didn't she?
Do you want her to fit in?
Just answer yes or no, Miss Seagram.
Yeah, I thought she fitted in really well. Diving and stuff is not easy. She did far better than I ever did as an office.
On the wreck dive, yeah. She did, didn't she? What about the rest of the trip?
Yes, I like her too. So do you think there's a future for you two?
Thanks, bye. Oh, hey, he's gone out now. I knew I shouldn't have gone on that holiday.
Why?
Well, the contractor phone can only mean bad news. There's bound to be some sort of delay. There always is with these fellas. I should have just stayed here.
5 minutes ago, you're all relaxed and happy.
It's just a club. There's such a lot to do before we can open.
Stop worrying. Me and Mike will be carrying the weight of this place.
You're pregnant?
It's not a disease. And you managed to run this place when you were expecting Harry. Till you did your famous disappearing trick to Chester.
Yeah, I suppose you're right. But I still feel like we have to climb Everest to get things up and running.
Well, Mike will be back next week. I promise we'll help.
So he's enjoying the licensee's course then?
Yeah, he can't wait to get his name above that door.
Look, I hope he didn't mind me offering it to him, but with you being pregnant...
It's all right, Jack. We'll work at it together. Anyway, it'd be soft me being licensee if I'm going to have to take time off work.
Yeah, well, I don't want you doing too much, OK?
Behave.
Cheers, Rach.
Do you, trust him with it?
Don't be softer, mates. And anyway, I reckon it's Dad who's got a thing for her. He took another girl away with him, but it's Vicky's after.
We're interested.
Oh, I'm sorry. I haven't even asked what you've been up to.
Helping to sort out some of the work your boyfriend left for Mr. Carlton.
Typical, but I wasn't talking about work.
What then?
Well, I noticed the bloke shaving gear in our bathroom before.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I know a great leg wax if you've got any problems. Or does Mr. Wright turns up while I was away?
It's Ryan stuff. He's been staying over.
But I thought you were going to finish with him.
I like him.
Yeah, but what about the kids he's got? Casey, it's going to get complicated.
It's all sorted with his ex-girlfriend. Abby came down from Scotland to see us.
What, you've met her?
Yeah, she was all right. Ryan's arranged to send some money each week for Leah, and you'll be able to see her now and then.
Well, I think he's got a bit of a nerve making you meet her.
I wanted to.
Oh, you're getting too involved. What if he takes off with this girl now that he's met her again? And if he's agreed to give her money, it'll go on for years and years. Katie, you could end up getting hurt. Well, it's my decision, isn't it? To get back to work.
What are you doing?
I can't wait till tonight.
Brilliant. What did you tell Jackie?
I told Jackie I want to spend some more time with the children. And I told Katrina I was going to Lisa's. How have you fixed things at home?
I'll sort it.
I feel mean dumping all my work on Jackie like that. Especially when she just got back, but couldn't ask Lindsay. After the other day in the changing room.
Well, she knows too much, that one.
Exciting though, isn't it? We'll be able to have a meal and a drink
And we'll be able to relax.
Where are you booked?
It's near Southport. We should leave about 6. You drive round and meet me. I'll park up in the usual place.
Whole evening to ourselves.
Pity we can't stay all night. I wish I could kiss you.
Save it for me.
I did enjoy the fete, though, you know, and I felt useful for once. Then why don't you volunteer? It's what Sandra wants, isn't it?
I'd love to. And it's dead easy stuff, you know. It's pouring cups of tea and keeping the patients company, but it makes a difference.
The volunteers were really good with me when our Will was in hospital. Then I'd go for it, Mum. It's only a few hours a week, isn't it? To start with, yeah. Then think about it. It's what you want.
Oh, I don't know. I mean, Sandra wants me to volunteer and then apply for one of these healthcare assistance jobs if one comes up, you know.
And would that be a full-time job, like?
Well, I don't know. I mean, it's all so sudden, isn't it? But Sandra's dead keen for me to have a go.
Well, because if it is, I mean, you'd have to find someone else to look after our Will, wouldn't you?
Oh. And Kylie, I suppose. You've changed your tune since the other day now, as it might affect your arrangements.
I didn't mean that.
I don't know. Maybe it is a bad idea. Maybe I couldn't cope after all, you know.
I'll just think it over, Mum. Look, I'll have to go. I'll see you later.
Yeah, I'll get over as quick as I can. Bye. I don't believe it. I went away for 2 weeks and the whole thing slipped back.
What's happened?
Well, Lindsay's gone missing and I've got the receptionist telling me that there's only 2 fellas working on fitting out the whole of the club. Oh, Greg?
Yeah?
It looks like we're getting behind on fitting out the club. Are you still up for a bit of work if it gets to working around the clock, just in case?
Yeah. Oh, hang on. I'm going away on holiday for a week tomorrow.
Oh, well, when you get back then?
No problem. As long as you put my name down on the guest list for the big opening.
You? Not your kind of thing, is it?
Hey, just like my old dog yet. I might even fork out for the membership.
Oh.
Look, I think I get the message about your work.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. It's just that I've got loads to do.
How about dinner tonight, then? Just to round off a really brilliant holiday.
God, I can't. I'm covering for Susanna, aren't I?
No, you women of substance. What you like, eh? Late night coffee at the shelf, then?
Yeah, definitely.
Hey, someone's in a hurry.
Oh, hi. I'm just getting everything ready for tonight.
You got the 5,000 coming?
Jackie's covering for me, so I just wanted to get everything sorted out before I head off.
Oh, you and Greg going somewhere nice, then?
Lindsay!
Well, nobody heard. Hey, and you can hardly tell me to be discreet when you and Andy were all over one another.
When?
On the parade. Eddie needed hosing down.
I suppose we have been rather careless.
Careless? Me and half a dozen businessmen caught you at it in the changing room.
Don't make me feel like a naughty schoolgirl. I've already got that teenage crush feeling.
Sounds serious.
I'm always going off on holiday with Margie for a week.
Oh, and you wish you could fit you in a suitcase. Oh, you do need hosing down. Right, I better go and get changed, then I'll speak to Jackie about the fitters.
Is everything organised?
It is now.
Are you okay?
Yeah, why?
You just seemed a bit off before. Is it because of Abby and the baby?
It's nothing to do with them.
Then what is it?
Nothing.
Is it Nathan coming back?
Oh, you know I can't stand him.
Well, why don't you get Jackie to get him off your case?
She's not interested.
It's worth a try.
She wouldn't say anything to him. She thinks the sun shines out of him and his mates.
So that's it. You don't like Jackie's new mates?
They've taken over everything. We all went on holiday together last year, and this time she didn't even discuss it. They invited her on some soft diving trip, and she just ups and goes. 2 weeks before the club opens, the biggest thing in her life.
She does really like Nathan, you know.
Maybe she does, but I wish she'd never turned up here. Me and Jackie were not like used to be.
That's stupid. Of course you are. Your mates.
Are we? I'm not so sure anymore.
You're the best of mates and always will be. Even Nathan and the others can't change that, can they?
No, honestly, Mark, tonight's out. I'm totally zonked after the flight. Well, no, I can't. I'm back in work tomorrow, and God knows what time I'll get out. Yes, I know it's important. Okay. All right, come over on Friday. Bye.
Well, Lindsay is still the invisible woman. And there's only 2 workies trying to fit out the whole of the club. And on top of that, there's nearly 50 people booked into the show for tonight. Susanna must have known, you know.
And that contract was on again?
Yeah, just wait till I speak to him. Oh, and where the hell have you been? Well, I went away, Lindsay, and you promised me that you'd stay on top of everything at that club.
What's your problem?
Well, the problem is, I want the club opened in 2 weeks' time, and Alec George has only got 2 men on the job.
Oh, will you stop panicking? I sorted him at lunchtime, and his team will be at full strength tomorrow.
What do you mean?
I took Brian and Andy round and we had a little chat.
What? You threatened him?
Well, he deserved it. He's a creep.
Yeah, but how does that make us look? Like a bunch of gangsters? Like your hero, Rose Flame and Finnegan? You don't go round threatening people in legitimate business, for God's sake.
He was messing us around, Jackie, and I'm not standing for it.
There are other ways of bringing him back in line. It's probably just the usual scam. Slow on the job, holding us to ransom for extra fitters and overtime payments. Don't suppose they taught you that on your so-called business course, did they?
You're too soft for this game. And we don't need people like him trying to rip us off.
What we need is a finished club.
And you don't get that by pussyfooting round. I've worked myself into the ground taking care of this club while you've been pouncing around with your posh mate scuba diving, and I don't deserve this crap.
Hey, you deserve everything you get. Well, I wish to God that I hadn't even bothered going away now. Susanna's carrying on like this is a part-time job, and Cruella drops me in it like this. What else has she been taking care of, eh?
Don't worry about it, Mark. We'll be fine. You enjoy yourself. I'm not bothered if you're going to be late back. You probably won't see me anyway. Well, Jackie Dixon's roped me into outfitting out the new club. I'm going to be waiting till midnight, maybe even later. Well, it's a good job. It's important to keep it happy. Really important.
Are you going to tell me what you got up to last night, or what?
Clue what you're on about. Oh, don't ask. Just give us another one of those.
There was no alternative.
So what now?
Do you know where Susanna was last night?
How am I supposed to know?
Pull the other one, will you? Hey, don't knock what you don't understand.
I think we need one of our father-daughter chats.
Stay on track with 4 next. We're examining the curvy Carmen Gia in Deals on Wheels.
Greg, I was hoping to speak to you before you went away. Never mind, I'll speak to you when you get back. Bye. Oh, I've just been trying to ring your dad's mobile. I was hoping to speak to him before he left for his holiday.
Oh, my mum made him switch it off. Showed you were taking advantage of him. Making him work so late last night, you know, the club.
Oh, well, we really needed him to finish the job off.
Well, if it's important, you might catch him at home before they leave for the airport.
No, I'll leave it till he gets back. It's really not all that important. Oh.
Missing him already?
No, I was Just
I could tell right away you were thinking about.
Just imagining things.
So, you going to tell me what you got up to last night, or what?
Clue what you're on about.
Oh, yeah, look at you. You can hardly keep a straight face.
Just in a good mood, that's all. There's nothing wrong with being happy, is there?
Well, it's nice to see you two have got something to laugh about. We're only 2 weeks away from the club opening, and the fitters have just called to say that they won't be finishing the job now, thanks to you.
Well, what's happened now?
Oh, so you haven't mentioned about intimidating Alec George, then?
I just didn't want him to rip us off.
Yeah, we're going to have to spend a fortune bringing another company to finish it all off now.
Well, maybe we can find somebody who'll do it at a reasonable rate.
Like you, Greg. Sorry, but your knight in shining arm can't help out this time. We need another big company. And if we do manage to get one in, we're going to have to pay them well over the odds.
Well, there's no need to take it out on me.
Oh, isn't there? Susanna, I'm absolutely shattered because I spent all last night running your restaurant for you, while you were out playing happy families with your sister and the kids.
You didn't have to agree to help me out.
Yeah, well, I wish I hadn't now. Like, I wish you'd have thought through the consequences before you went steaming and threatening people. Lindsay, we use penalty clauses to make sure workmen get the job done on time, not meathead bouncers. But I can see if I can sort out all this mess.
Ron, while you're there, will you get me a couple of pairs of hiking socks, size 6?
What's wrong with the ones you've got?
They're nearly worn through. Don't worry, I'll give you the money back.
Make sure you do and all.
Look, if you can't do it, then fine. I'll just have to find someone who can. Oh, don't worry, I will.
Everything okay, love?
Oh, I'm sorry. I was miles away then. Hey, how's married life?
Oh, great, thanks.
So you coping with living with my dad then?
We're getting on great. Hey, how did your holiday go?
Oh, we had a great time. Just feels like it was ages ago now, though. Hey, did you hear anything from the hospital while I was away?
Yeah, they've given me the final okay.
Oh, hey, that's brilliant news. I'm made up for you.
I've just got to go back in 12 months for a checkup, but they're confident everything will be fine.
You must be relieved, though.
I am. But not as much as your father. He was more worried than I was. We're off on our rambling holiday, so we can really enjoy it now without that to worry about.
Oh, a belated honeymoon, eh? Where'd it off?
Derbyshire, round the Peak District. It's lovely. Have you ever been?
Nope.
I don't know. Your generation are always jetting off here, there and everywhere, yet most of you haven't even seen this country.
Hey, I quite happily go anywhere right now.
You've just come back off holiday? See you later, love. And don't be letting your work get on top of you.
See ya. Hiya.
So, what's the latest crisis then?
Oh, don't ask. Just give us another one of those.
I got the photos from the holiday. Come in the office and I'll load them up.
What's wrong with sticking your photos in the chemist?
Luddite.
Listen, I really haven't got time, honestly.
Oh, well, I'll have to bore Katie with them. We can have a laugh at the ones of you topless.
You better be joking.
Once I've loaded them onto my PC, then Victoria can put them on a website for me.
You what?
People are complaining that the jacuzzi's a bit cold.
It's a hard life, isn't it?
Too right.
Yeah, well, some of us got real problems, like me having to put up with our Jason while my mum and dad's are on holiday.
Yeah, well, rather you than me. Look, Nick, have you given any more thought to the crashing, man?
I haven't said anything, if that's what you're worried about.
Oh, look, I'm sorry for getting you involved, but there was no way I was owning up to that Ryan.
I know, but...
But his insurance will pay for everything.
I'm not bothered about him. Doing my head up in one of the Musgroves house. It's just the thought having to lie to the police.
Yeah, you won't have to now. I haven't heard anything for a while, so hopefully it's all over.
I hope so. I suppose I just have to live with it on my conscience, won't I?
Thanks.
Right, better go and check on the jacuzzi.
Like, you know, we think we live in a violent society, yeah? Well, a few centuries ago, it was 100 times worse, you know.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, like, say, mugging. Well, nowadays, you get some poor old biddy, gets bashed over the head and has a purse pinched, yeah? Well, say, in the 1600s, right, cutthroats would kill for a silk hanky. Would you believe that? I mean, I was reading the other day that they even had highway women. Molly Cutpurse, she was one. Terrorised the country.
How? By boring them to death with the tales of interesting tapestries. You've heard of the millennium bug. Well, here's the millennium bug.
That's nice, isn't it?
Good afternoon.
Oh, hello, Mr. Bug. Jimmy was just telling us about that Molly Catflap, you know, the highway woman. You never heard of her?
Cutpurse. Yes, oh yes, the roaring woman herself. Died of dropsy, you know.
She did, you're right. See, not everyone's ignorant.
Well, I'd love to chat, but I'm afraid I'm here in my official capacity. Although I may have one of your delicious steak and kidney puddings. No. No, on second thoughts, I'll pop to that nice bar next door, have one of the continental rolls. Could we... Yeah.
What's he after?
Oh, it's just a routine visit, you know. All right, Kate.
Hi, Kate.
Yeah.
What can I get you?
Here's something quick. It's for Nathan, he's starving. Stick kidney pie and chips.
What, for Lord Snooty?
Oh, he said he wanted something pronto.
Coming up.
Summons. I'm afraid so. The breaches of hygiene guidelines were too severe. There was no alternative.
So what now?
All the information you need is in there.
This isn't fair, you know. It was an accident. A one-off. Wasn't even my fault.
It's okay.
But it was your employees. I am sorry, Mr. Johnson. Goodbye, Mr. Sweeney. And thanks again for all your sterling work at the hospital fete. You really took everything we could throw at you.
Oh, yeah. Very good. Well?
I'm in court in 4 weeks.
God, Mick, I'm sorry, mate. You know that, don't you?
I'll have to get round the solicitors and sort something out. Look, don't mention this to anyone. The less people know, the better. Or this will ruin my business.
Look, I know it's a bit short notice, but we've been let down by another firm. How much? Look, I know we said that we're desperate, but we're not that desperate. Not yet, anyway. Nikki, could you see to these membership applications for us? I haven't had a chance to do them yet.
She waited all hours last night as well.
Pretty late, yeah. I was covering for Susanna on the restaurant.
Oh, she spoiled your fun as well. Katrina had planned to go out, but she had to stay in and look after Susanna's kids for her. Oh, she was totally fed up.
What? Katrina got the kids, did she?
Yeah. Oh, she reckons Susanna had a hot date or something.
Yeah, well, I was running around like a mad woman in that restaurant.
Oh, it'll be worth it when the club is fully open and this place is a big success, though, won't it?
That's if we ever manage to get it all finished.
Oh, things must be really behind if you needed me dad to work late last night as well.
What?
Oh, sorry, is no one supposed to know about the delays?
Yeah, that's right. I'd prefer if it was kept quiet. So, did your dad tell you exactly what he was working on?
Oh, no, he knows it just bore us some. I haven't got him into any trouble, have I?
No, of course not.
Right, well, I'll go and get my work done then. See you later.
See ya.
Yes, I would have loved to have been present at such an historic moment. We won't see the likes again on these shores until 2088.
Really? Yes.
Well, it's not as if there's a total eclipse of the sun every decade, you know.
So do you fancy having your stones read, Mr. M?
Not on an empty stomach. Thank you, Matthew. No, I'll have some lunch, then I'll be ready for your revelations.
Well, not mine, Mr. M. The stones.
Yes. They're from a sacred Welsh mountain, you see.
That's right, secret location.
Strange. They look more like what those in the building trade refer to as aggregate. Well, obviously that's all part of the magic. Right, I'll speak to you presently then.
It's hot, man.
I'm sorry, but you were starving and I just thought it would be better than a sandwich.
Yeah, well, the office is going to stink of this stuff all day.
Shall I go and get you something from Bar Brookie then?
No, I'd probably be dead before you got back.
All right, Casey.
Hey, Rick. What's this after sale service?
Hmm?
Nathan's really getting stuck into your pie and chips in there.
All right. Look, I need to see someone about this.
Environmental health?
Yeah, I've got to appear in 4 weeks, selling unfit food.
Well, if you leave it with me, I'll find out who's best suited to deal with it and I'll get back to you. I need to take a copy of this, OK?
Yeah, sure. Listen, Katie, I'd appreciate it if only those that need to know are told about this, OK?
Oh, yeah, of course.
Hi. That's great pie. It's really tasty.
Thanks. Cheers, Katie.
What did he want?
The chippy's being done for selling food that's unfit for consumption. Something about the pies.
Well, they're great. Could you post them for us and I'll keep an eye on things here?
Hi, Jack. Any news from the fitters?
You're joking, aren't you? The cheapest up to now was asking 3 times what we were paying originally.
All right.
Anyway, I don't know why I'm tearing my hair out trying to find someone to finish it all off. Should just let you sort it out. Maybe you and your personal guards could frighten someone to taking the job on.
You're not going to let this drop, are you?
Oh, well, let's just forget about it then, eh? I mean, it could jeopardise everything, even put us out of business, but so what?
What else do you want me to do, Jackie? I've already said I'm sorry.
Well, that makes everything okay then.
Oh, I'm going.
Wait there a minute. Do you know where Susanna was last night?
Yeah, she had her sisters with the kids.
No, she wasn't. I know for a fact that Katrina had Harry and Emma, so why would Susanna lie to me?
How am I supposed to know?
Look, I'm getting fed up of being the last person to find out everything round here, so come on.
Well, you know she's been seeing someone.
Oh, yeah, she did mention something, but what's with all the secrecy? It's not Greg Chadwick. So that's why Nicky thought her dad was working till all hours, and why Susanna lied to me. Well, wait till I speak to her. She's got a lot of explaining to do.
So are you gonna have a go then, sir?
Well, I might do. If you can convince me it's not a rip-off.
Of course it isn't. Ask Mr. Moore if you don't believe us.
Been getting much interest then?
Yeah, but there's a lot of sceptics around. Unbelievers.
So, what's the future hold for our Mick, then? Is he in trouble with you, not a what?
Oh, no, I'm sorry. I couldn't possibly discuss such matters with you.
Oh, go on, you can tell me. I used to work in there.
Then you'll understand the importance of confidentiality.
Hey! What do you think you're doing?
Oh, aye. Dicko on the warpath. Hey, your stone should have predicted that. See ya.
Who said you could set up here?
It's a free country.
Oh, is it? But it's not free for those of us who pay rent and rates on this parade. So there's no way you pair of barn pots are going to start flogging your dodgy swag here.
We're not flogging anything. We're reading the stones of Shad. We're predicting people's future.
And you're not in charge anyway, so you can't tell us what to do.
I'll think you'll find my door to this, though.
Do you know, you losing your temper like this could have something to do with today's total eclipse. I mean, it's all millennium linked.
How do you mean?
Our civilization is approaching a major milestone, Mr. Dixon. And at times such as these, well, the inquisitive minds are often prone to searching for the answers to the unknown.
Oh, really? So you reckon that these two, charging people to throw bits of gravel onto a kitchen table, has got something to do with the movement of the Earth and the Sun? Pull the other one, will you?
Hey, don't knock what you don't understand.
And don't you be so hard-faced.
Actually, Christopher has made a salient point there.
Have I?
No one really understands the phenomena of the millennium. A lot of people insist the next century doesn't even begin until 2001. Even committed Christians like myself know that it isn't actually the 2000th anniversary of Christ's birth.
How do you mean?
Oh, the accurate date would have been sometime in the autumn of 1993.
How do you work that one out?
Well, it all stems from a mistake in the calculations made by a 6th century monk called Dionysius.
Well, her mobile switched off. She's not in the restaurant and there's no answer at the house. Do you know what? I feel like going round there and waiting for her.
Maybe it's best if you don't get in touch with her. Just give yourself a chance to calm down.
Lindsay, I don't want to calm down. I want her to know exactly what I think of her.
Doesn't look good. You're giving your custom to the opposition.
I'm really not in the mood for all the hassle of the restaurant. I thought I'd go missing for a while.
One of those days.
Well, it started okay, and it suddenly started going downhill. No, I'm just feeling a bit sorry for myself, that's all.
The best thing for that is to go and spend some money on yourself.
Retail therapy.
Works every time.
You see, I think people these days, they worship technology. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm as partial as the next man to a few hours surfing the net, but well, sometimes people, they just get too carried away with it all. They forget the really important things in life.
Yeah, I've never been too keen on all this computer business myself. You know, intermail and whatnot. I mean, don't get me wrong, I was brought up in the white heat of technology age, but I still can't understand all this digital lark. I mean, people go on about it far too much, don't they? They're obsessed.
Well, it's all going to change, Mr. Dixon.
Really?
Millennium book. You know, I've heard people going on about that. But they're not telling the whole story.
No?
No. If they did, it would cause mass panic. Do you know why there are so many computer experts moving out of the cities, setting up these self-sufficient homes in the countryside?
No, go ahead.
Have a look at these articles I've been saving. They may open your eyes a little.
999 service?
Could be altered by Y2K. Not just the end of the century, Mr. Dixon. Could be the end of a whole lot more besides.
Things aren't that bad, are they?
Might be for you, son. I'm facing ruin here. I mean, imagine how the customers are going to think when they hear about me in court.
Do they need to know?
How long does something stay a secret round here? Anyway, after I've been in court, I'll probably make the local papers.
Yeah, well, if you tell everyone that it was my fault, maybe you won't get the blame.
It doesn't matter whose fault it was, sin. Business has been bad since this food poisoning scare. Once the news gets around that the chip is in trouble for selling dodgy gear, then people go somewhere else. And there's nothing you, me, or anyone else can do about it.
Hey, this is really scary. How come all this stuff about power cuts and food shortages hasn't been on the news?
The powers that be have got their heads buried in the sand. I mean, they're not just fooling the public, they are fooling themselves over the dangers and how unprepared they are for it all.
Yeah, but planes falling out of the skies, missiles going off left, right and centre. We could all be blown to bits if we don't die of thirst.
Well, actually, I mean, that's not quite the picture. It's more to do with the loss of support systems, the collapse of integrated computer systems. But it still doesn't make very pleasant reading, does it?
You're telling me it doesn't?
Starting to wonder where you've got to. What are you doing?
Having my eyes well and truly opened.
Hey?
All this millennium bug stuff, we're being kept in the dark, you know.
Oh, you don't want to listen to all that nonsense. They've got it all under control.
That's what they want you to think.
Our Megan was going on about this ages ago. She's been putting computers right for a few years now. All the big companies are well prepared.
How is that right? Well, I tell you what. After reading that little lot, I'm going to make sure that we are.
It's wise to be prepared.
So my future's got something to do with a flying saucer. Is that what you're saying?
Well, it could be a sombrero.
Listen soft, Ollies. Unless I'm suddenly abducted by Mexican aliens, that means that you two have just ripped me off.
Don't get me started on UFOs or I'll get no work done today. Yeah, talking of which, I better make a move. Keep up the good work. I'll see you soon.
So can't your stones tell me anything useful? Like where me wife is?
They don't do missing persons. But I think the stones are telling us to pack up and get off.
Why? We're doing all right here.
Well, I think for once, your stones are right.
What do you think you're doing?
We're going now.
Yeah, I'll make sure I don't see you here again, okay?
Oh, you won't. The stones have foretold it.
You what?
I think what he means is he knows where they're not wanted.
What are you doing, Jackie? You're meant to be in charge of the parade. Can't have divvies like that hanging around. It'll put people off coming into the club.
Well, in case you and Susanna hadn't noticed, I've been a little bit preoccupied today.
Everything okay with the three amigos?
No, not really.
Listen, you haven't seen your mother, have you? I thought she was working today.
Oh, she's gone to the hospital to see about the voluntary work.
Oh, right. She never mentioned it.
I bet she did, but you weren't listening, probably. Hey, do you fancy a coffee? I think we need one of our father-daughter chats.
Yeah, go on. You supply the drinks, I'll supply the wisdom.
Have you got a few minutes? I need a shoulder to scream on. What's up now? I can't believe that's Susanna.
What?
After everything we've been through together, she dropped me in it just so she could have it off with him.
With who?
Greg Shadwick, they've been carrying on together.
Greg and Susanna? Are you sure?
Oh, yeah. Oh, but she didn't tell me herself. She obviously doesn't trust me enough. I had to force it out of her best mate, Lindsay.
After all she went through with Max, now she's having an affair with a married man. I do not believe it.
Well, I obviously don't know her as well as I thought I did.
What's this, a gossip flash?
No, just my partner's letting me down as usual.
So who's been carrying on with someone they shouldn't be?
Susanna. Do you know, the more I think about it, the more it seems like it's been staring me in the face. I can't believe that I didn't notice.
You've probably been that busy you missed the signs.
It happens all the time when colleagues have affairs. You know, 2 solicitors I was working alongside in the Chester office ran it for ages before I found out.
Yeah, but this is different. I should be able to trust Susanna. I mean, she's not just a colleague, she's my friend as well.
When it comes to affairs, trust and friendship are usually the first casualties.
Yeah, well, I just feel like she's really let me down.
Don't take it so personally. It's not about you. Go and sit down and make us a coffee.
You going to be okay? Yeah, I better go now. I'll leave you in the capable hands of Councillor Katie. I'll call you later.
I was just trying to do what's best for the club. I just think Jackie's overreacted, that's all.
Well, it looks like Jackie might be right on this one. Taking in the heavy mob didn't exactly get the right results, did it?
Yeah, well, I just didn't want them to take us for mugs.
Love, the people who run these building companies aren't a soft touch, you know. Just glad you didn't go in there waving your gun around. I mean, you didn't, did you?
No, what do you think I am?
A modern-day Molly Cut purse. The Millennium Club's highwaywoman.
Yeah, well, I've heard all the Ma Baker jokes, but I don't care. I'll do what's necessary to get what I want.
It would have backfired on you this time, didn't it? And next time it could be worse, so just be careful, will you? Sometimes, love, it is better to use your brains first instead of just storming in there. Otherwise, you end up in the kind of mess you're in now.
You mean I should have played it the way Jackie Dixon would have?
I'm only telling you what you already know.
Oh, and while we're talking about advice, don't you think you should be spending less time in Tapestry Land and paying more attention to my mother? I mean, she's really excited about this hospital stuff. But as usual, you're so wrapped up in yourself and your own work.
Come on, that's not fair.
Well, so you're trying to say things are good between you two at the moment?
Well...
So good. You didn't even know she was at the hospital today.
All right. Point taken.
It's a first, isn't it? Me and you admitting we're wrong.
Yeah, well, I didn't quite hear your admission. Cheers.
I just feel so frustrated. After all this time, all the hassle. We're a few weeks away from the club opening and I've got Lindsay running around doing a godmother impersonation while Susanna's lying to me and making me feel about that big.
They're in the wrong. Just make sure you let them know how you feel.
When you think they'd be bothered, they're so wrapped up in themselves and not worried about me running around after them trying to sort out all the mess. I just don't know if I can handle it anymore.
You can.
I dread to think what they'll get up to next. I mean, I don't want to be spending all my time and energy worrying about them.
You shouldn't have to.
How can I trust either of them anymore?
You're going to have to, if all this is going to work.
But is it? The more time that goes on, the more I wonder what I've landed myself with. God knows what's going to happen next. I mean, if you're not out threatening builders, you're sleeping with them.
It's about our Luke. I've got something to tell you.
I'll call you when I can, okay?
Never.
Come home.
Please, not again.
Let's get off. There's a bad smell about the place.
But if you're such an authority on my life, go on, tell me.
How to put a 90s twist onto a 60s look next on 4, when She's Got to Have It gets that summer of love feeling.
Jackie for you. Said she's been trying to call all morning, but it's been off the hook. Harry must have knocked it off before when he was crawling around. Do you want me to take them?
No, I can manage.
Sorry for offering.
Hello, Jackie. No, I hadn't forgotten. It's 2 o'clock, isn't it? Are you all right? You sound a bit fed up.
Right, well, you're expecting someone. But listen, if you've got any problems, just ring me on my mobile, OK?
OK, but I'll just have to run back to close first to pick up my car.
Oh, Jerome, listen, we haven't got time to faff around. I need those new brochures right now. Yeah, I'll take mine.
Nice one. Which one is it, the Aston Martin or the Porsche?
Just go, will you? See you later. Hi. Hiya. How's things going? Well, the printers haven't delivered the new brochures for the club opening, so I've had to send you home to go and pick them up. You haven't been round there practising your man management skills, have you?
Rather you than me.
Wait on about.
Well, I saw Jerome reverse into one of the Musgrove's cars on the close the other day and just drive off like nothing had happened.
What, Ryan Musgrove's car?
Yeah, he had Leo and Nicky Shadwick in the car with him.
So why haven't you said anything before all this, then?
Well, it's none of my business, is it? Let's just hope it comes back in one piece, eh? Susanna's got a right gob on her today. For a change. I thought I'd better get out of there before I said something I know I'd regret.
No, it's probably the wrong time of the month. Either that, or she's not getting any.
That your expert analysis, is it, Sigmund?
So why don't you say something to her then? Instead of standing there and trying to take it like a lemon.
I can't. I want next Tuesday off, so I'm trying to stay in the good books.
Why? What's happening on the Tuesday? Modelling. And what is it this time? Bin liners.
It's for a catalogue.
Nothing cheap, I hope.
Oh, haven't you heard? Most of them have got bondage sections now. Apparently they're all their age.
Probably classy in sheds.
It's money towards a wedding.
Yeah.
You skiving off when your dad's away, doesn't it?
Look, one morning, that's all.
Jace, it's Paul Hill on the phone. He's wanting to know when you're going to go round there and fix his power shower.
We'll talk later.
So what's with the Speedy Gonzales routine?
I have to be in Preston, preferably 2 hours ago.
Preston, you should have said. I can understand the rush now.
That is disgusting.
That is fashion. Oh, God, please don't let that be Mark.
No, I didn't think negotiations over who gets the fondue set and access to the CD collection was supposed to commence until this evening.
If it is him, tell him I've had to go to the office and I'll call him later. Oh, please, I'm just not prepared yet.
Jackie, hi.
Hiya.
Listen, I'm running a bit late, so...
It's all right. I just wanted to give you these. The invite for the club open in 2 weeks today.
Oh, right. 2 weeks, you say?
Yeah, there's one each for you, Dad and Vic. I really want you there with me.
Oh, hi, Jackie.
Oh, yeah, I was just telling Nathan about the club opening. He's got your invite.
Oh, I better take that. He'll just give it away to one of his legal chums before you know it, the place will be wall-to-wall lawyers.
Are you working from home today?
Yeah, Mark's coming over to talk about the divorce, who gets what, etc. So I thought I'd take the time to psych myself up.
Look, will you be free in about half an hour? I want to talk to you about something.
Yeah, sure. I'll be downstairs.
OK, great.
No rest for the wicked, eh?
I don't know about that. 2 weeks in a 4-star hotel in Preston and all my expenses doesn't sound too bad to me.
You are?
And don't let him kid you it's all work either. When there's a hotel full of old-school Thai lawyers together, you just know they're going to be up to no good.
All right.
What are you and Leo up to up there?
Can't say, Mum. It's top secret. Can you get the door for me? All right.
Hi, love. What are you doing home? I thought you'd be out in the cabs.
Yeah, I should be. I need every penny I can lay my hands on to pay for these repairs.
That Katie one knocked here for you before.
Oh, what did she say?
Something about never wanting to see her again, and she was only ever using you to get to me. But don't worry, bro, I knocked her back.
Go on with you. Out. Oh, here. I want to show you something. What do you think? It's for Luke.
Yeah, it's very nice.
I mean, I know we haven't really got the money to go around buying new clothes, but I wanted to buy Luke something special for when he gets home.
Mum,
And I was thinking, what about the whole family going out for lunch next Friday to celebrate when he gets out? I'm sure he'd love it. We could even decorate the house, you know, put a welcome home banner over the door.
Mum! Will you just listen to me for 2 seconds? It's about our Luke. I've got something to tell you.
So, when did this Preston trip first get a mention?
This morning, as soon as I got on my bus, he's off. Does he not mention anything to you?
No, Victoria told me.
You know what that lot are like. Always got their heads together in a little gang.
Bet he won't be able to make it to the opening either. I was really looking forward to him being there. Told him as much as well. I feel that stupid now.
Join the club. Ryan's spending more time nursing his flaming taxi than he is with me.
Oh, God, I almost forgot to tell you. I know who caused all the damage to Ryan's car.
Where's this come from all of a sudden?
Cruella. She reckons she saw the whole thing from a living room window.
It wasn't that your own fella, was it?
Yeah, apparently Nicky Shadwick and Leo Johnson were in the car as well.
When did she tell you this?
The this morning, right after I'd given Jerome my car keys to run an errand for us. Oh, but don't go expecting any favours off her. She said she's staying well out of it.
Oh, great, that's big of her.
So what are you gonna do?
Dunno. Try and talk to Ryan before he finds out for himself, I suppose. How are things going?
They aren't. If either of them lifted a finger to help me out with this opening of this club, I think I'd die from shock.
Have you mentioned it to Susanna yet? That you know about a Love Thy Neighbour activities?
No, I'm gonna wait till I get it on my own. Talk about Friday the 13th, Katie. Wish I hadn't bothered getting out of bed.
I'm not late, am I?
No, bang on time.
I got the impression from Jackie's tone on the phone that it was rather more urgent than usual. She hasn't said anything to you, has she?
No, not a word. So why didn't you say you were going to visit him?
Because he wanted to see me on my own. This is exactly what Luke doesn't want. He doesn't want to be the centre of attention, everyone making a big fuss.
A big fuss? My eldest son's being released from prison, having been locked up for a crime he didn't commit, and you're calling his homecoming a big fuss? So is he coming home at all, then?
Oh, of course he is. Mum, try and see it from Luke's point of view. For months, he's been locked up in a room that's no bigger than this kitchen.
Oh, Ryan, tell me something I don't know.
Yeah, but imagining it, it's different from living it day to day. It's going to be weird for him. All those things that we take for granted, like being able to come and go as we please. And he's got to face up to the people around here. Mum, please. I'm only telling you what our Luke told me. He'll be able to tell you more when he gets here. But come next Friday, I'm going to go and pick him up alone. I've already promised him that.
You sure you don't want to go out with us? You'd have to stay here on your own.
I know, I won't be. Me nan's call around for a goss after.
I don't know what's got into me now. She keeps calling round every 2 seconds. You can tell your 5-year-old's the way she's carrying on.
And why do you think that is? There's only one more week to go before...
Yeah, I think Musgrove getting released and all that. But I still don't think it's helping her, Nikki. Everyone flapping round her. It's not stupid, you know.
Well, I suppose I should be honoured that you've come in and lowered yourself to say goodbye to me in person. I was sort of expecting you to send Kate in to do your dirty work.
Not in her job description, I'm afraid. Damn the abolition of slavery. Look, I did try to tell you in the flat, but then Victoria walked in and I was running late.
It's all right. Don't expect you to justify yourself to me.
I'm not. I'm simply trying to explain that from this evening I'm spending 2 weeks at Her Majesty's pleasure defending a fraud charge at Preston Crown Court, not running off to Hawaii with my secretary, heaven forbid.
So you won't be able to come to the club opening then?
The law moves in mysterious ways.
Well, can't you at least make it to the launch?
I'm afraid not. I've got an important family commitment that day. It'll be impossible to get out of.
Oh, well, fine. I'll see you in 2 weeks then.
Well, Darren and Vic will still be there.
Yeah, and I'm sure they'll have a great time.
Look, I've got to get going. I'll call you when I can, OK?
Whatever.
Lindsay, have we done something to upset Jackie? She doesn't look very happy.
It's a course of true love, probably.
Hey, it's your chance to find out another drink.
Oh, please.
Can I have a word?
Of course. I've just been talking to Lindsay. Have I done something to upset you?
Will you tell me?
Well, if I have, I'd like to know what.
Well, the other night when I got back from my holiday dead on my feet and you pleaded with me to fill in for you at the restaurant so you could spend some more time with the children. Well, where were you?
Well, I told you.
Yeah, I know you told me, but where were you really?
I was with the children.
Oh, my God. I can't believe you've got the nerve to sit there and lie to me like that. I know exactly where you were, Susanna, and who you were with.
Well, if you're such an authority on my life, go on. Tell me.
You were with Greg Shadwick getting your leg over, while I was running round jet-lagged and knackered doing your job. Quite an authority, aren't I?
Yeah. Oh, so you made it back with the car in one piece then, eh?
Of course I did, yeah.
I want a word with you.
Yeah, well, I've got 2 for you, and the second one's off.
Look, you owe me 500 quid for the damage you caused to me car. Now I want paying.
500 quid for that pile of junk. We saw you coming, mate.
Don't get funny with me.
Why? What are you gonna do?
Look, I'm I'm offering you the choice. You either pay me now, or... Oh, what?
I worked flat out that night covering for you in that flaming restaurant. I was rushed off my feet thinking that I was doing you a favour. Well, I suppose I was, really. I mean, after all, you were probably off your feet and all. If you'd have told me the truth about you and Greg, then maybe I'd have still held you out.
Well, surely you can appreciate the fact that Greg and I have to keep our relationship a secret.
Susanna, you lied to me. I had a child for you.
Oh, Jackie.
And you know the worst thing of all? Is that he's married, Susanna. After everything that Max put you through, all that hurt, how could you do that to another woman?
Well, I'm sorry if my selfish actions annoyed you. I can assure you I won't put you in that position again.
Right. We're ready to start this meeting then, or what?
What's that?
It's the Druids website, where the legend of Shad comes alive. See, here's the list of goods there, and there's the prices not there.
All right. What's that word there?
Indie. It's short for independent. We're the indie Druids. Well, that's mainstreamed on your middle-of-the-road conventional type Druid.
I can't believe people are actually buying this stuff.
Oh, yeah.
You should set yourself up a database, you know, like the ones we've got at EasyLec, with all of your customer information on computer. Well, that way you can cross-reference all of your clients' names with goods ordered and amounts received.
Oh, yeah? How does that work?
Oh, well, I just, you know, I hear people talking. I don't really understand.
It's all right, ma. Loads of people who use computers don't understand how they work or how to operate them. And this thing probably couldn't cope with anything as modern as a database anyway. You're worried about our Luke not wanting a big party when he comes home. He probably just needs space to get his head together, that's all. He'll be fine with that, Ryan.
You're a good boy. Do you know that?
Well, the first thing that needs to be sorted out is where we're going to find the money to hire new fitters.
Well, would it be churlish of me to suggest that we use the money we put aside for the new fittings in the budget?
Well, it would, since a huge chunk of it went on hiring the crew Lindsay fired last week.
I didn't fire them.
No, more's the pity. We might have been able to get some of our money back if you did, instead of you doing your Lara Croft impersonation.
Why can't we just get the money back?
What do you mean? Stick balaclavas on, wait until dark and blow the safe?
Well, if they haven't finished the job they were hired for, then why are we paying them?
Because they've got costs and all, you know.
So, we've established that we need to find the money for the new fittings from somewhere.
And to pay someone to fit them.
And what about the money from the advance sales and the membership schemes?
All the money raised for the memberships has been spent already. That was always part of the deal. Part of the revenue we had to raise to satisfy the brewery so we could meet the total required.
Well, that's stupid. Who agreed to that?
Oh, really? And how would you have gone about it then?
Oh, come on, this is getting us nowhere. I thought we were meant to be working together towards a common goal, not squabbling like schoolgirls.
Oh, and we all know what a big fan you are of teamwork. I'll tell you what, why don't you two take the meeting seeing as you're both so committed? I mean, if you're not out threatening builders, you're sleeping with them.
We do and say nothing. He's got no proof.
I don't know, maybe we should confess and pay up.
And give Ryan Musgrove the satisfaction of thinking he's won. No way.
Right. You don't fancy coming down the chippy, do you? I haven't had my dinner and I'm starving.
Nah, you're okay. But you can get off if you want.
Nah, it's all right. What are you two doing?
Just having a chat, you know, a private conversation.
Oh, yeah? What about?
I'll make it a butty if you like.
Oh, would you?
No, she won't. He's big enough and ugly enough to fend for himself.
It's okay, I was going to make myself one anyway. Come in.
Sound.
Darren was supposed to be here, but he's called out on some emergency. You don't mind me making all these little changes, do you?
Oh, no. This is the least of me worries right now. I just had to get out of that bar. I've had enough. I really have.
What are you doing tonight? Darren and I are going down to the field to see some Hitchcock movie. I forget which one. Darren's the fan. Do you want to come?
Well, I'd love to go, but I think I'll be on the phone all night begging builders to come and work for me. Were you going to get that? It's still a bit early for the boomerang.
Here's hoping.
Hi.
Mark, you're early.
Am I?
Hiya. I think I'll get going. I'll see you later.
All right. See you later.
Building another nest.
Don't you think you should just drop it now? I mean, you've got no proof, and Jerome, if he did it...
He did!
He's hardly likely to own up now, is he? What with your Luke coming out next week, don't you think you should be concentrating on that instead?
Oh, it just makes me mad, knowing that he's swanning round there knowing full well that he's cost me 500 quid. No, he's not heard the last of this. Not by a long way.
Oh, Jackie's just got the because she found out about you and Greg.
Which I told you about in strict confidence.
Hang on a minute. She didn't have to be Agatha Christie to work this one out. If you're looking for someone to blame, Susanna, you want to go up to the ladies and have a look in the mirror.
How do you mean?
Well, you haven't exactly been discreet, have you? I mean, how many times a year does your house need new pipes fitting? What, they made out of polystyrene?
Who else knows?
I don't know. I don't think Nikki suspects you probably got Jackie to thank for that. But if you want this affair to last, Susanna, you better wise up. Otherwise, you're going to be heading for a really big fall.
Where's Ryan off in such a hurry?
Back on the cabs.
So did you tell him about your own then?
I couldn't. He'd kill him. Be fitting revolving doors at the prison for the Musgrave brothers. One in, one out.
So what are you going to do then? Nothing?
I'm gonna have to try and talk to Nicky, aren't I? See if I can get his disease sense and stop this growing into a full-on feud. I'll see you later.
I'll see you later.
Looks a lot like Bermuda. Do you remember when we went there?
Shall we get started? You don't want to get stuck in traffic going home.
Fine. So where would you like to start the post-mortem of our marriage?
How much do you think we'll get for the house?
Nothing.
What do you mean, nothing?
Well, I still need somewhere to live.
So rent a flat.
Besides, it's not a seller's market at the moment. If we put it up for sale, we risk losing a lot of money.
Yeah, but this is Didsbury we're talking about. People are falling over themselves to live there.
My advice would be to sit on things till the market picks up. Probably in the new year, then maybe think again.
Why don't we just put the house up for sale now, take the best offer that comes along and split the money 50-50?
Well, we could be talking thousands of pounds. Can you afford to lose that kind of money?
What makes you ask that?
Well, you'd hardly be living here, let alone thinking of decorating if you could afford to live somewhere better.
Where I live isn't the issue.
Isn't it? Then what's the rush? Let's just wait and see what happens.
There you go, bruise off.
Oh, nice one. So when your mum and dad back?
Not till after the weekend.
So you're gonna have a party then?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, sorry. Can I borrow this?
It's not mine, it's our Jace's.
I'd put it back then if I was you, Leo. I don't think Mick would be too happy if he woke up and found a burning cross in his back garden.
They're asleep. They'll be okay outside in the buggy.
All right.
Hello.
What are these two doing in here?
Well, what's it look like? They're having a cup of coffee?
Nicky told me you've been doing a bit more modelling, yeah?
That's right.
There you go, Leo. Pretty soon you'll have something new to stick under your bed. I'm sure that shed catalogue must be getting a bit well thumbed by now.
Oh, yeah, very funny.
Right, I want the pair of them out of here now.
Just keep your ear on. I'm getting off to work in a minute.
Hey, and you can keep your hands off them and all. I wouldn't worry if I was you, mate. I prefer my music a bit more hardcore, not this pale wannabe black trash.
Maybe we should go.
Oh, do you reckon, do you?
Out! No, the pair of you!
Yeah, get off.
Jason, what do you think you're doing?
What's your problem, mate?
You're me problem. And you have been ever since you moved in next door.
Lowering the tone of your nice white suburb, is that it? Come, Edley, let's get off. There's a bad smell about the place.
Look, I'm sorry.
What was all that about?
It must get pretty crowded with the three of you squashed in.
We manage. So what's next? The house contents or the cars? Or won't we be able to shift them because they're the wrong colours, so we might as well hang on? What's funny?
This. What we've been reduced to, bartering over who gets what.
You can't keep stalling things forever, Mark. With my salary and the rent on this place, I'm not exactly stretched. I could walk away from this marriage altogether, but 50% of that house is rightfully mine, and I want it, no matter how long it takes.
I can't believe you're being so cold.
I'm not. I'm just trying to deal with things as best I can, and you pressuring me isn't going to help.
But do you ever wonder whether you're doing the right thing? I mean, is all the hassle worth it?
I didn't make the decision to leave lightly.
Come home.
Please, not again.
If you came home, I might even be able to get my life back in order.
This isn't fair. Look, maybe if you got some sleep, you'd start to feel better and then you'd see things more clearly. Have you thought about getting yourself checked out?
I've been to see a doctor. Apparently I might be stressed. Well worth 5 years training.
Well, have you thought about getting a second opinion? You don't look well.
Any particular doctor you'd suggest? How's Darren's bedside manner?
What's that supposed to mean?
Oh, come on, Vic. You don't expect me to believe the three of you live in this pokey flat in perfect platonic harmony, do you?
I don't believe this.
I bet that was Darren's advice, wasn't it? Get Mark checked out? Never know your luck, you might even be able to persuade the authorities I'm certifiable, locked up and out of your way.
No need. You're doing a fine job of that without my help.
But we haven't finished.
I've got a headache.
OK, I apologise, I shouldn't have said that. But this is killing me, this, Vic, what's happening between you and me. It's not right. And I think if you looked into yourself for just one brief second, you'd see it too. I'll see you soon.
What does our Nikki think she's playing at, eh?
Oh, they're Nikki's friends, Jay, so you just have to live with that.
Yeah, we'll see.
Casey, hiya.
Can I have a word?
Yeah, sure, what about?
A bit awkward, actually. Do you have the damage to Ryan's car? You were at your own when it happened?
No, not me.
Look, I know there's no love lost between you and the Musgroves.
You got that right.
But that doesn't excuse anything. Ryan had to pay a lot to get his car fixed, and without it, he hasn't got a job.
I'm sorry, Casey, I can't help you.
Lindsay Corker said she saw the whole thing. She said you were in the car when it happened.
Does Ryan know?
No. Go berserk if I told him. Probably teared your home apart. But I can't keep this from him forever.
Why can't Ryan just claim on his insurance and forget all this has ever happened?
His insurance would go through the roof. He's ended up having to pay for this himself. And why should he anyway?
Jerome's not going to back down now.
He's going to have to, because he's only got two options. Either you talk to him and everything's dealt with nice and quietly, or I tell Ryan the truth and he calls the police, swinging a few punches on the way. I don't want to see them turning into each other. I'm sure you're in no rush to see the police again. It's your decision, Nicky, for the time being.
I haven't finished with Jerome. Not by a long way.
Katrina, what's happened?
Darren.
Yes.
All I want to do is forget about love and get absolutely hammered.
But if you can't run the shelf without me doing you favours every 5 minutes, then maybe I should find someone else to take over the lease.
What do you think you're playing at?
You're still Harry's mum. If something's going on, you've got to step in.
Countdown to comedy. Just a few minutes and counting until Ross's radical spring clean on Friends.
Sorry to bother you.
No, it's okay. So I asked Katrina to move in, so I could spend my days opening the door to her friends and taking messages from modelling agencies. Katrina, there's someone here for you. Katrina, what's happened?
Guess who?
That's Kate Moss again. I've told you I'm not interested.
Well, you didn't look. She's just next to the chippy. Are you working?
Nah, I'm going to go and see our Luke.
Oh, only 3 days to go. But you can't wait.
Well, I don't suppose I'll be able to see much of him. I'll be working all the hours I can to pay for the repairs for that thing, through no fault of my own.
You've not had any more runs with Jerome, have you?
No. That little toe rag's staying well out of my way. Well, then it's like you said. I should be concentrating on our Luke coming home and not worrying about him.
Joe, I'm dead proud of you. A few months ago, you'd have waded in, fist flying. I think you're doing the right thing, just forgetting about it.
I haven't forgotten it. I'm just cooling it till our Luke's home and settled. Well, I haven't finished with Jerome. Not by a long way.
you were still upstairs.
I was answering the door to your friends. How many times do I have to tell you never ever leave either of the children unattended for any time? Isn't the first time something like this has happened, is it?
What happened before was your fault and not mine.
He was unattended then and he was unattended now. What was it this time, a split-end emergency?
I've already told you. I thought you were still upstairs. He must have pulled himself up by the chair leg, lost his foot and hit his head on it.
Oh.
Do you want me to take it?
No, thanks. Today is your day off, after all, or so you keep reminding me.
Look, maybe I should just go. No, Nick.
Why don't you both go? Your mind is obviously on more important things.
Come on, Nick, let's get out of here.
So why are you ringing me? The restaurant is Susanna's responsibility. No, I tell you what, I'll ring her. You just concentrate on getting yourself better, OK? Bye. Hope it's not on trivial.
And it wasn't just about changing barrels and throwing out bevy customers. I learnt loads on this licensing course, you know, Rich.
I have done the same course myself, you know. Basically, they couldn't teach you how to pull a pint.
There you go, mate.
Keep the change.
Oh, cheers, thanks. No, but seriously though, Rach. I mean, without Jackie under pressure to get the place over the road open on time, I reckon I should take more responsibility in the running of this place. Rach, what are you doing?
Discovering America. What's it look like?
You can't be lifting stuff. You're only 5 months pregnant.
Oh, is that what this bump is? You know, I'd completely forgotten.
Look, will you just take it easy? If there's any lifting to be done round here, I'll do it, OK?
Mike, can you deal with that fella at the door?
Yeah.
Right, you can have a mineral water, please.
How's it going with the club? You nearly started?
Almost. I've just got things back on track after Cruella Corkhill's exercise in public relations last week.
I wondered why she hadn't been in.
Oh, trust me, keeping a low profile is the best way she can help out right now. And I've got 2 girls from the shelf who've just rung in sick.
They phone you?
Yeah, well, it's obvious what Susanna's staff think about her.
What's that?
It's for me, Dad. I tried to deliver it to you, my great granny's, but there's no one there.
What is it?
There's only one way to find out, isn't it?
Mike, you can't do that. It might be personal.
Yeah, well, you don't get back from the ramble till the end of the week. It might be important.
Well, what is it?
Emma. Hello? Oh, hello, Jackie. Oh, I'm so glad you phoned. I wanted to talk to you after... Well, no, I can't. I'm looking after the children. What? My problem? Well, I know the shelf is my responsibility. What about your little lecture on teamwork, helping each other out? Well, I'll be right there. Oh.
What do you think of this for the living room?
Yeah, it's all right. What do you reckon my fella wants with a load of candles?
I think it's nice. It'll make the room look bigger.
I don't know, Rach. It's a waste of time and money decorating a flat.
Why?
Well, shouldn't we be thinking of buying somewhere rather than throwing money away renting? I mean, when the baby comes, we're going to be crammed in.
How can we afford to buy somewhere?
Well, I'm sure we can scrape enough money together for the deposit, so a mortgage should be no problem.
Yeah, but I'm going to have to pack in work soon, so money's going to be even tighter than normal.
Well, what about maternity pay?
Well, I don't know. I never thought. Do you think Jackie'd be up for that?
Well, I can't hurt to ask. Yes, mate.
So when did this happen?
Last Friday afternoon, just after you and RJ's left. Katie, as good as threatened me, we're going to the police. She had that Lindsay Corkle saw the whole thing.
I told you something like this would happen. That's it, then you have to come clean to Ryan Musgrove.
I can't just dump it home in it like that.
So you'd rather be back in court with the Musgroves then? Except this time as the accused?
No, of course not.
I'm sorry, Nick, but you know what I mean. It was your home's fault, not yours. Does your Jason know about this?
Oh, yeah, like I'm really going to tell him.
You can't just ignore what Katie said.
What else can I do?
Well, Sarah Austin is a nightmare. I must have been off my head to ever agree to going away with her and the Caravan Mob family in the first place.
Singing around the campfire, not your thing, then?
God, no. Give me creature comforts any day. I mean, a whole week without the telly. I thought I was going to go mental.
Hello.
Oh, are you looking for me, Dad?
No, I was looking for you two, actually.
Sorry, we haven't got any you two. Will Blair do?
Ignore her. She's due back at the mental hospital before 9.
Yeah, I've got a problem at work which I need to go and sort out, and I can't really take the children with me, so I was wondering...
The thing is, I'm just about to head off.
Oh, really? Couldn't you postpone it for a couple of hours?
No, not really.
I pay you.
How much?
£5? Each.
Make it 10 and we'll think about it.
10?
It's only fair. Couple hours work at minimum wage. It's about a tenner each. There's a project on it in school.
Oh, all right then. £10 each.
Yeah. Nice one.
So have you got more meetings in town?
No, I just had to get out of the office. I get more work done at home anyway. Have you heard from Nathan? What you need is a drink. I know I do.
Oh, couldn't murder one. But I'm just on my way over to the club to meet a promoter for the launch. I feel like that buzzing speed. If I stop moving, it's all over.
Oh, I just had to get blitzed alone then. See you later.
See ya.
Jackie, can I have a word, please?
Oh, it'll have to wait, Rach. I'm too busy. But when or if Susanna shows her face, we tell her I'm over at the club. See you later.
Can't blame Jason for being a bit overprotective, especially with this Friday coming up.
Big Musgrove. How do you think you'll feel when you see him? Just been trying to block it out. But everyone on pins around me just doesn't help. My mum's phoned every day from the hotel. My nan's using any excuse to go around. I just wish everyone would stop flapping and let me get on with things.
Planning a séance?
No, do you have this morning for me, old fella? No, him is probably trying to save on the lecky bill. He's that tight he'd recycle toilet paper if he could.
Oh, I don't know. Candles, the ever-approaching millennium. It looks like you might have a doomsday end of the world natter in your family.
Do you reckon?
Oh, yeah, it was on the news. Apparently there's a panic wave sweeping the nation with people stockpiling rations and, building shelters, expecting 4 horsemen to come calling on the stroke of 12, December the 31st. He'll be having boxes of pasta and lead-lined shutters for his windows delivered next. Same again, please.
You should buy shares in this place, the amount of money you force into that till.
You are in no position to lecture me about drinking after your antics on holiday.
And who was it that lit the sambuca?
Oh, hey, Anne, have you seen this? It's a baby. No, that's Bruce. Oh, that's horrible.
No, he looks dead sore.
Mind you, they're pretty indestructible, though, babies, aren't they? They're always throwing themselves at things, aren't they? Hey?
Bit young for doing Superman impressions, this one, isn't he? You don't think?
What?
That Susanna one's a secret baby basher?
No, she doesn't look the type.
Bit weird, though, isn't it? All of a sudden, her husband disappears, and she starts calling herself by another name. Wouldn't be surprised if they found a dead body buried in that back garden. And she couldn't get rid of these quick enough before.
Hey, and it's not the first time little Harry's had a nasty bruise. I remember my nan saying something about it when she used to clean over there. But she thought that had something to do with Katrina.
Princess Perfect? No way.
Honest to God, I'm telling you.
Weird. The photographer was really nice this morning. He said that once I'd relaxed and got onto my stride, he thought I'd done really well.
Oh, that's brilliant.
So, how did it go with the accommodation people?
All right, yeah. Said me and Bernie should have no props finding somewhere. Although everywhere we've looked at has either been a flea pit or way too expensive. I'm gonna have to get off. I've got to be working an hour. I haven't even had my top yet.
And goodbye. Peace at last. For a couple of hours anyway.
Oh, you on call later?
Saving the world doesn't always happen within office hours, you know?
Oh, my hero.
You okay?
Fine.
You're going to tell me now why you're home early, or shall I wait for a few more units of alcohol to kick in before you can't stop yourself?
One clue. I married him.
The boomerang.
He was waiting for me outside the office in his car. He was just sitting there. It was so embarrassing. I couldn't face him, so I slipped away and came home.
I thought you sorted all that out on Friday before we went to the Phil.
Didn't go quite as well as I made out.
So you haven't discussed what you're getting out of the divorce?
Well, we started to, but then he started going on about how he doesn't want to sell the house because it's a buyer's market, and he thinks we should sit and wait. What?
And you believed him?
No?
He's just making excuses. You are still going ahead with the divorce?
Of course. I am, God. I just need some time and space to think things through. Is that really too much to ask?
Oh, look. It's got it everywhere except in his gob.
Yeah, it's that cute.
I know, Harry. Should we go and give Kelly a nice big chocolatey kiss?
Don't you dare.
Come on.
Oh, don't. Oh, it's disgusting. Don't. It'll get all over me. Don't. Just, oh no.
What do you think you're playing at?
God, we're only having a laugh.
Laugh? What if you dropped him?
I wouldn't have.
Looks like someone beat us to it anyway.
What's that supposed to mean? Why have you two got these?
Because Susanna asked us.
She said there was a problem at work.
You scared him half to death, charging round like that. I can't believe Susanna. She'd palm him off with anyone if she could.
Sorry, we didn't do anything wrong.
Oh, well then. That makes it all right.
God, the narky cow. As if it was us who gave him that bruise.
Your nan might have been right about that one. She's not right in the head, eh?
Come on, Jackie. You hardly needed to call me away from the children for this. It hardly constitutes a crisis.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. I know how much you like spending time with the children.
Oh, that's not fair. Today's Katrina's day up. I had to bribe Emily Shadwick into looking after them for me.
Emily Shadwick? Well, talk about ironic.
Well, couldn't you solve the problem without calling me down here?
No. I'm up to my ears with things as it is, doing my own job, let alone yours. Why do you think your staff rang me instead of you? Because half the time you're never there. Try explaining that to Emily Shadwick.
Oh, I thought all of that had been forgotten by now.
Yeah, and I thought we were in business together. But if you can't run the shelf without me doing you favours every 5 minutes, then maybe I should find someone else to take over the lease. Jackie, can I have a word?
Yeah, sure.
Well, me and Mike have been talking and we've been wondering, you know, with the baby coming and all that.
Right, can you just get to the point?
Right, sorry. Well, we've been wondering what the position is, you know, with maternity pay for me.
Oh, right.
I mean, I don't know anything about it or if I'm entitled to any, or even if my job will still be here when I get back.
Right, will you stop panicking? Of course you're entitled.
Really?
Yeah. Well, haven't you got a date of confinement from your doctor yet?
Oh, I might have.
Well, that's all I need, and I can sort everything out, no problem, OK?
It's easy money, though, wasn't it? I mean, I thought we were going to get lumbered with them all day.
It would have been safer if we had been.
Trine, maybe it'd be better if you just left them in and pretend that you never knew.
Oh, yeah. If anything happened, I'd still get the blame.
How?
Because I had a day off.
Well, look, if you wait here 2 minutes while I go and get changed for work, you can walk around with me.
Might as well. You never know. Might meet Prince Charming who'll whisk me away from all this.
Hey, who you spoken for? And I'll be the one who'll have first dibs on any eligible young aristocrats, if you don't mind.
You can understand why, though, can't you? If I was your luggage in the cab, you're looking forward to coming home to the close.
What, with the Flintstones living 2 doors away? No, me neither. You know, if they had any self-respect or pride, they'd have moved on months ago. But no, they're sticking round to make our Luke suffer even more.
How did your mum take the news that you're going to pick Luke up on your own?
She was really hurt. I mean, she just wants to make a big fuss of him, but that's not what he wants.
Do you want a drink?
No, I'd better get off after this one. I've got an airport run at 3. I mean, that is if some nutter hasn't totaled the car and driven off while I've been sat here.
You're a doctor. I don't suppose you've got a magic cure for a seriously depressed 20-something female in the bag of yours.
Well, sitting in here stewing your brain all afternoon isn't going to solve anything. I mean, the sooner you get a move on with your side of the divorce, the sooner all this will be over.
Darren, take a moment. I'm the one getting divorced, not you. I made vows to Mark. It's not like sending soup back in a restaurant. You can't just change your mind and expect everything to be hunky-dory.
Well, you don't sound sure, that's all.
Well, there's assets to be divided. It's not just the house, it's furniture that we bought together, the cars, joint investments. It's not exactly a pleasant way of spending the evening reducing my marriage with Mark down to a matter of money and who gets
If
what.
it's money you're worried about, I can always help.
No, it's not money, it's the principle. Half of everything's mine, and I don't see why I should kiss it goodbye just to get Mark off my back.
Then you've got to be determined. Not show any sign of weakness, and after a time, he'll get the message that you're no longer interested and move on.
I don't know. I just feel rotten for dragging him through all this, being materialistic. Especially when he looks so ill and haggard.
Look, people get stressed out about things like divorce. The best thing you can do, for Mark's sake, is get a move on with the legal proceedings. Putting things off is only going to make it worse for him.
I don't know. Maybe I should just give up and go back to him. Just for a quiet life, huh?
Oh, well, where are the
the children?
Oh, it's all right. Katrina came around and took them off somewhere.
Oh, you've got no idea where, have you?
To the woods, maybe.
No, she didn't say.
Oh, right. Well, thanks.
Excuse me?
Yeah?
You haven't paid us yet. £10 each.
Oh, yes, that's right. £10 each for 2 hours' work?
Yeah, that's right.
A £5? I think you'll find that's about right at basic minimum wages for less than an hour's work.
Type of thing.
You okay? I can get some mints later. No, it's okay.
Hiya.
Hi.
I don't suppose you've thought about what we talked about on Friday?
It's all right, Katrina knows, and I've told you I can't.
Ryan says as soon as Luke's home and settled, then be back on at your own. It's only going to end up with one of them getting hurt. It's getting stupid, Nicky. I'm not going to lie to Ryan forever.
She's right, Nick. You're only saying that because you don't like Jerome. No, I don't. And I don't care what happens to that Scally. I do care about what happens to you. What if this goes to court? What will he do then? Life for him? OK, I'll give it a go.
Brilliant.
I'm not promising anything, though. I can't see Jerome listening to anything I've got to say. Oh, yeah, right.
Hello, Harry. How you doing? God, that looks nasty. How'd you get it?
He fell this morning, hit his head on a chair.
A chair? Have you taken him to be checked out?
It's just a bruise. It will have gone a couple of days.
It looks really painful. I didn't think you could be too careful with babies, especially when they hit their heads.
We should get going. Otherwise, you're going to be late. I'll just wait for you with the kids.
I bet Nathan's having a great time in that hotel. Ordering room service, sitting in the jacuzzi, sipping a cocktail. Wish I could escape like that, even if it was just for a couple of weeks.
I've been thinking about going away for a while. Working abroad, doing my bit for the third world.
Since when?
I always said I would when we were at uni.
Don't remember you saying that.
May as well do it now whilst I'm still young, free and single.
Are you serious?
£5 lousy pounds.
I've got half a mind to bring Charline.
What? Only poor Katrina for smacking Harry?
No, tightwad over there. It's child abuse paying us this much.
So what are you going to do with your half?
Dunno. Could blow around scratch cards. We could pass for 16.
What with our luck? We'll probably end up getting caught.
Yeah, just what my mum needs. Neither one of us behind bars.
So, you must be looking forward to your Luke coming home.
Of course I am. It's my big brother. I've really missed him. And he'd always give the other two a belt if they started picking on me. Is sure Nikki said anything about him coming home?
She talks about it to me mum and dad. But everyone just shuts up when I walk in the room. But you can always tell what's going on, because mum's and Nikki's eyes are always red. And me dad, God, he looks ready to throttle someone. But the other night, when we were in bed, I heard our Nikki crying. It's been ages since I heard her cry.
Did you say anything?
I didn't know what to. I just feel so useless just lying there pretending to be asleep. I just wish I was anywhere but there.
Everyone's on 10 hooks round ours as well. They're counting the seconds till our Luke gets back. Nobody's saying much though. I think my dad's trying to keep a lid on things. My mum would have a street party if she could.
Oh, Nikki'd love that.
Listen, it's not going to change anything between us, is it? I don't want it to stop us being friends.
No, of course not. I mean, why should it?
Yeah, but you still think he did it though, don't you? You think my brother raped your sister?
I don't know. I don't know what to think anymore. But I'm just dreading your Luke coming home for our Nikki's sake. I'm sorry.
Come on. Got £2.50 bill in a hole in my pocket and I'm feeling reckless.
Reckless?
Come on, we can get a bus into town. Blow the lot. Probably have to walk back, mind.
Right. Life in the fast lane, eh?
Bus lane, more like.
It would be incredibly selfish of you to go off around the world now, seeing new places and helping the poor and needy, leaving me stuck here with Nathan, Mr. Self-absorbed.
You could come with me. Get away from Mark and here, just the two of us.
Look, don't quote me on this, but I've heard that the sushi bars in the third world really aren't all that fantastic, so...
Well, don't worry, because I won't leave you and Nathan alone without a referee. I love you too much for that.
Thanks.
And by love, I mean, not a family thing where it's almost an obligation, but love in its purest sense, with no past history of dependence, and it's about coming together.
Darren.
Yes.
All I want to do is forget about love and get absolutely hammered. Do you want anything from the bar? It's my round.
Just whatever.
Any last wishes?
I'm sorry?
The condemned man. He always gets a last wish before they put him out of his misery.
I've no idea what you're talking about.
Denial. That's the first stage. So you've still got sleepless nights, paranoia, and insane jealousy yet to come.
Do you get paid extra for the pseudo-psychological examination?
I'm a barman. It's all part of the service.
Jack, I need to talk to you about something.
Katie, can't wait till we get home. I've got absolutely loads to do here.
Not really. I just think Katrina and Harry.
Oh, aye.
We had this massive bump on his head. It looked really sore. And when I asked Katrina about it, she was dead defensive.
Well, why would she be like that?
I don't know. She looked really sheepish, like she knew more than she was letting on.
She's a bit weird, that Katrina one. There's something about her that doesn't add up.
So what are you gonna do?
Well, what can I do? I mean, me and Susanna aren't exactly buzzing buddies right now.
You've got to do something.
Like what? Harry is Susanna's responsibility, not mine.
I don't care what any legal papers say. You're still Harry's mum. I know it's the last thing you want to hear, but if something's going on, you've got to step in. You've got no choice.
It's little Harry. I'm just worried that he isn't being looked after properly, that's all.
Typical of him. Didn't even bother him one bit that I had something planned.
How dare you come round here and insinuate that she'd intentionally hurt the children?
Jerome!
Stop it!
Wait, come here!
Jason!
I don't deserve to be treated like this.
Looking suspiciously like a Starsky car, the high-performance style bargain off the Millennium is hard to dodge. Deals on Wheels is next.